Go.
Good morning, I'm Alan and welcome to Teachers Money. In a moment, I'll be talking to Ben Carter, our Investment Director, about the importance of saving and saving early in an international career so that one can maximise the potential benefits of working as an international teacher. Ben, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hi, my friend.
Firstly, Ben, why Teachers Money?
Yeah, well, this is our first video, and today's really an introduction, Alan, I think, to our viewers as to what the company is about and why it exists.
Yeah.
As you know very well, because we worked together in the Middle East at a couple of schools. I've been in the offshore industry for the best part of quarter of a century. I did take some time out. I needed a complete change a few years back, and I became an international teacher myself for 4 years, studying in China, teaching, shall I say, in China, then in Qatar, and latterly Kuwait, teaching English and history at secondary school level in the Cambridge curriculum.
Right.
And I suppose I always had it in mind to return to the offshore industry, having had a break. But those 4 years taught me an awful lot, or at least I had some insights into teachers, their mentality, and you know, the life that they lead as expatriates.
Yes.
And so I decided to found Teachers Money, which is providing and will provide the basic financial services which teachers need. Now, first and foremost, that's savings, and it's usually with teachers' regular savings. And it became very clear to me during my time as a teacher that the profession is, first of all, underpaid without any question at all for the amount of work involved, but it's hugely time intensive. You know, if you're not waiting for a bus to take you to your school at 6:30 in the morning as an international teacher, your lesson planning, now with this crazy COVID period, you're planning your video lessons, maybe your online lessons for students. And when you're not teaching, you're marking. And so many teachers arrive at the end of the day absolutely exhausted. They have no time to think about anything else. Even the days off are spent lesson planning or resting. So there's no time at all to think about the future. And the whole point, well, maybe not the whole point, but a very large part of becoming an expatriate in the first place, certainly in tax-free jurisdictions like the Gulf, or for the increasing number of South Africans who are teaching internationally, whether they're paying some tax or not in places like China, to improve their financial position, because salaries back home are relatively low. You know, all of a sudden, 6 months has gone by or a year has gone by. You're so fully invested into your life as a teacher that the reason at least part of the reason you became an expatriate in the first place has been lost. And so, you know, that's time lost. And that means that, you know, investment has been lost as well. Money has been lost. The longer you leave it, the more it costs you, so to speak. So I decided that we would create an offshore brokerage. We will discuss in a next video what this thing offshore means, so people are clear about that. But that we would start an offshore brokerage, bringing to international teachers a vast suite of financial services products covering not only savings and the investment of lump sums, but also covering the basic insurances they need as well.
Yeah.
And concentrating on international teachers in a way that the financial services industry does not. And to be frank with you, the reason why certainly there's a tendency for for offshore sales or investment consultants not to see teachers as front row, a front rank market, you can say, or a priority market, is purely because of the salary levels. You know, other commercial expatriates tend to be earning more, and thereby that generates, well, you know, this is the way the world goes. That generates more interest on the part of a lot of offshore brokerages.
Right.
But to my knowledge, Teachers Money is the only offshore brokerage in the world which is has as its absolute overwhelming focus international teachers and their needs.
Yes.
So that's the reason why the company exists.
All right. Okay. So we can see there some of the results of not saving and some of the potential benefits already you've touched upon about saving. But you also mentioned teachers earning not fantastically great salaries, which, you know, as a teacher myself, or I was for more years than I care to remember, I know very well firsthand, unfortunately. But anyway, having said that, you know, you're asking teachers to save, and so what can saving even a small amount do for an international teacher?
Well, it's a truism, Alan, when one is investing money on a regular basis, certainly, that of the two elements involved, time and money, time is by far the most important. And the big message is start early, start low.
Right.
But start early, because the sooner one starts to save money, the less one needs to save. The reason for that is arithmetical or mathematical. I'm not quite sure which is the right word, but it's all because of compound interest. If your fund of money is growing by, let's say, 8% a year, this year you start with nothing, but you structure something over, let's say, 10 years. Every year you've got 10 years of 8% on top of 8%.
Yes, which is compounded rather than simple.
Indeed.
Get it.
Compound growth is one of the most powerful forces in the world, we can say. Everyone's aware of it, but you know, never stops to calculate quite what the effect is over time. So saving money is something we all have to do. We'll go into the specific reasons why people save next video.
Right.
But just to say that the power of saving money, at its heart lies this magic thing called compound interest.
Yes, which obviously has greater effect with time.
Of course.
All right, then. Thank you very much indeed for your little chat there. We'll be hopefully talking soon in another video, and in another video, the next video, we'll be talking about the offshore industry, what it means, why saving offshore is particularly effective, and what kinds of products are available nowadays. And okay, once again, Ben, thank you very much. That's it. Thanks everybody for subscribing. I hope you will subscribe and click the like, and do help your friends and family, and please spread the word. Thanks for listening to Teachers Money.
Thank you very much, and Alan, I'll be looking forward to our next video very soon.
Very soon, yeah. Thank you. Nice
Cheers,
to see
man.
you, Ben.
Bye.
Bye-bye.